Now, from the news team that's covering the Carolinas, this is Channel 9 Eyewitness News Daybreak at 6.
We're following some breaking news from overnight. A man found shot to death inside of a Charlotte apartment complex. The phone call that led police to the scene and the questions they now have about this.
And we're following breaking news for your morning drive. Allegheny Street is blocked. This is near Harding High and Philip O'Berry after a driver crashed into a utility pole. I'm Brittany Johnson.
And I'm John Paul. Traffic Team 9's Mark Taylor will have the alternate routes here in just a moment. We're going to start things off, though. Our team coverage begins with Eyewitness News reporter Gina Esposito live at the scene watching the progress being made repairing this. Gina.
This is all happening right next to Harding High School. Allegheny Street is completely blocked. Right here behind me, Duke Energy crews have been working to repair those broken power poles and downed lines for the past hour and a half. It's still pretty dark out here, so I want to show you some video, closer look at these crews. You can see Duke Energy in that bucket truck. Within the past half hour, they reattached some lines to a new power pole that they just installed here. This all stems from a crash that happened around 2 o'clock this morning. Police say the driver hit that power pole, snapping it in half. Police say that driver was not hurt, and they're investigating what caused that crash. They have towed that car away from the scene. Back out here live, Duke Energy still has a couple of things that they still need to reattach to this brand new power pole. Again, Allegheny Street completely blocked right now, happening pretty close to the entrance of Harding High School. Police say they're working with CMS and CATS this morning to help with detours and alternate routes, but now Mark Taylor can help you get around this.
Right now, heading over into West Charlotte, they're getting closer to that 7:15 bell schedule for Harding High School. That could be a problem. So if you are heading in that stretch, it's Ashley Road trying to get to Allegheny on the east side of the accident that you cannot access this morning, taking Wilkinson over to Allegheny back towards Harding High as that alternate route. Looking live right now, 85, traffic building for the interstates. It's still been a quiet ride. This is southbound heading towards the lower connector from the university area. Haven't seen any big issues this morning. Watching things all the way down from Rowan to Cabarrus, heading through the university area towards the I-77 interchange, and that includes Gaston County heading northbound towards Charlotte as well. Keith?
It's nice and quiet this morning. Uptown looking quite colorful this morning. All the buildings all lit up in various colors. Mostly clear sky, although more clouds are starting to build in, and that's helping us out to not make it feel so cold out there. We're at 42 at Charlotte, but there are areas that are still near or even below freezing. 30 at Salisbury still, 30 at Wadesboro, but notice more neighborhoods 30s and 40s compared to yesterday morning when everybody was into the 20s. So we're off to a bit of a better start. More clouds building throughout the morning, 45 by 9, and thereafter we may not go up much more than that. Highs only expected into the mid-50s today. Next 10 minutes, I'll show you how, yes, there are more clouds coming in, but the rain chances still remain very, very small. John?
6:02, and we are following some breaking news. Police are trying to figure out who shot and killed a man inside of a University City apartment.
Officers found the victim late last night. This happened at an apartment complex right across from UNC Charlotte. Eyewitness News anchor Blaine Tollison joins us in the Breaking News Center, where there are still a lot of questions. Blaine.
One of the big questions, what prompted the 911 call for police to check on an apartment in the Ashford Green complex? And new in the last hour, police told us the man they found there is Gervais Kane. And this is on Barton Creek Drive, right off North Tryon in University City. Police say they got that call right before 11 o'clock, but didn't reveal what the caller told them. They say that they found Kane in that apartment dead from a gunshot wound. Investigators searched for any witnesses, but officers told us they are going to need help from the public in their investigation. Because this is so close to UNCC, we are asking whether the 19-year-old victim was a student. And as soon as I get any new information, I'll have an update right here on the air and on WSOCTV.com. Brittany.
This is Charlotte's 80th homicide of the year. Last year, there were 55 homicides at this time, 68 in all of 2016. Now, police say that one reason for the increase is people trying to solve arguments using violence. Well, Channel 9 sent out a breaking news alert about the latest homicide investigation. You can get those alerts sent to your phone by downloading our WSOC TV News app. Today, congestion is expected to increase with Thanksgiving travelers.
Yeah, that's for sure. The DOT is going to stop all road construction to make that drive just a little bit easier. But as Eyewitness News reporter Mark Barber reports, one of the most dangerous stretches of interstate is right here in North Carolina. Mark?
John, it's actually this stretch of I-85. Government data shows that this is actually the 15th most dangerous section of highway in the entire country. Take a look at this. We see difficult scenes just like this one right here far too often. Just 2 days ago, another person was killed. The driver of this pickup truck died when he crashed into the back of a tractor trailer on I-85 near 485. The new safety study found 378 people were killed over the past 5 years along the stretch of I-85 that runs from Virginia to Alabama. Charlotte's section of the highway is the worst out of the entire stretch because 22 people have been killed here. NCDOT tells Channel 9 it is constantly reviewing those crash numbers and considering design improvements to make I-85 safer. The Highway Patrol is warning drivers preparing for Thanksgiving travel that they have limited resources to patrol because they have limited funding.
We are trying to keep up as best we can with the influx of traffic. There are so many people moving into this area, it's staggering.
Now, one of the places you can expect to see additional troopers over these next few days is actually the I-40 corridor. Highway Patrol says that they're going to have their troopers stationed every 20 miles there. Live here in West Charlotte, Mark Barr, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
New for Daybreak, a man is now behind bars after police say he tried to rob a Subway employee at gunpoint in North Charlotte. Denzel McMurray is due in court today on attempted robbery and second-degree kidnapping charges. Officers arrested him yesterday. Now, they say McMurray went into the Subway restaurant on East W.T. Harris Boulevard just before 10 Sunday morning, then pulled out a gun, demanded the employee open the cash register. Officers say McMurray then forced her into another part of that restaurant. There's no word how officers tracked him down.
Your time is now 6:05. The Cabarrus County Superintendent laid out his recommendation as the school board considers a redistricting plan. The board is considering 6 options. The superintendent recommended scenario E, which would include closing Beverly Hills Elementary and increasing the Mount Pleasant Elementary boundary. Now, many Concord area families oppose closing Beverly Hills. The next public hearing is set for December 4th. The board will vote on the 11th. Now, the school board also approved a new student health survey after the first one caused outrage for asking sexually explicit questions to middle schoolers. The new survey asks about bullying and drug use, and one question about abstinence. Parents will be notified before the survey is given so they can opt their child out if they want to.
This morning, there's a $10,000 reward to help solve a homicide. Police say 87-year-old Sim Augusta Flo was stabbed to death in September at his home on Gribble Road in Indian Trail. Now, deputies believe the motive was a robbery. Union County Crime Stoppers and the governor's office each now offering up to a $5,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. We're following some breaking news out of Nigeria from overnight. 50 people died in a suicide bombing at a mosque. Police say the suicide was a teenager who targeted that mosque during morning prayer. Officials suspect the terror group Boko Haram is behind this attack.
Today, the U.S. Treasury Department is expected to announce more sanctions against North Korea. Yesterday, President Trump declared North Korea a state sponsor of terrorism. 3 other countries are already on the list: Iran, Sudan, and Syria. The designation allows more sanctions and penalties against the country.
In addition to threatening the world by nuclear devastation, North Korea has repeatedly supported acts of international terrorism, including assassinations on foreign soil.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said he is not giving up on peace talks with North Korea.
We still hope for diplomacy. This just continues to tighten the pressure on the Kim regime.
North Korea was on the state sponsor of terror list for 20 years until 2008. President George W. Bush removed the country in hopes that it would jumpstart peace talks.
Well, you've likely heard about the dangerous Takata airbags that spray shrapnel during a crash. The issue started 3 years ago. They're blamed now for 19 deaths. But listen to this. A new report shows there are 34 million vehicles on the road that still have the recalled airbags. In North Carolina, 600,000 of the 1 million recalled vehicles have not been repaired yet. The Center for Auto Safety says car makers need to do more to make sure the drivers get these airbags replaced.
This is years after the announcement, and what we're not seeing is enough manufacturers taking the effort that they take to sell you things to help fix your car.
Action 9 investigated this issue for years. The airbags most likely to explode are in vehicles from the early to mid 2000s, but millions of newer vehicles are also impacted. Now, anyone can look up whether their car has one of the dangerous airbags. We posted a link and instructions on how to do that, Search for the story at WSOCTV.com.
This may surprise you. 75% of North Carolinians say they do not plan to shop on Black Friday. A new High Point University poll also found 77% will not go shopping on Thanksgiving Day. Now, of those who do plan to shop, 41% plan to go to physical stores, 37% will shop online. And if you do plan to shop, the Better Business Bureau has a warning for you. It recommends that you do your research first. Make sure to read the product reviews instead of buying based only on the price. Also, know the return policy for stores. And on Cyber Monday, be especially careful of email scams.
Oh, some wonderful news to start your morning off. After 485 days in a Philadelphia hospital, formerly conjoined twins from Mooresville are coming home just in time for Thanksgiving. Take a look. You can see Aaron and Abby Delaney in their strollers right there as they get ready to leave the hospital for good this time. The twins were born July 2016. Now, 5 months ago, doctors separated them during an 11-hour surgery. The Delaney family told us the girls are doing well. They're excited to spend the holidays at home. I'm sure they can't wait. We posted more photos of Aaron and Abby online. Find this story. It's at WSOCTV.com. And it's amazing what those kids have gone through.
Absolutely.
And they're finally getting home after all this time.
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, 6:10 right now. Weather and traffic every 10 minutes.
Well, clear weather for most people who are traveling to be with families. Let's get the latest from Keith Monday.
Looks really nice this morning. Sky is clear, and there are a few clouds that are starting to stream in from the south. It's a broad area of high pressure sits off the coastline, helping to steer those clouds back in. But there's a little rain along the Gulf Coast, but that's not coming our way. There's just a smidgen of moisture roll they give. We may get a few sprinkles out of this later today, but it's not going to be much. And it does cool us down a bit with those extra clouds. Coming up, we'll talk about the neighborhoods that have a slightly better chance to see those sprinkles than others, and the up and down temperature pattern that's going to continue as we head through Thanksgiving. It's about 6:11. Let's get back to the breaking traffic news from overnight. What's the latest, Mark?
Yeah, we continue to monitor West Charlotte, where right now we have Allegheny completely blocked near Ashley Road. Looking from our mass cam down on the scene of Duke Cruise right now because the power pole was knocked out early this morning, and it has closed the entrance right in front of the school here on the Ashley side. So you can't access Harding High from Ashley towards Allegheny. You have to take Wilkinson over towards Allegheny, back towards Ashley as that alternate route. Now, we're still a couple of days away from the Thanksgiving Day Parade, but setup starts today. They're going to close a roadway starting at 10 a.m. You're going to see a stretch of Trade Street closed between Tryon and College after the rush hour. So keep that in mind, using either 5th or 4th Streets as alternates.